Hi everybody, Brenda Hillard here at Create with Brenda. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm here today to talk about things that are a little different at Stampin' Up! I just want to make sure that everybody knows that this JJ Mini goes from January till the end of June, this mini catalog, and there are some great products in here. So if you don't have your catalog, please go to createwithbrenda.com and request a catalog. I'd be happy to send you one. Today I want to talk to, I want to talk to people brand new to stamping, or maybe you've never even tried stamping. I have a suggestion for you, because these catalogs, if you're new, can be a little bit overwhelming, and it's like, oh my gosh, where do I even start with this? So I have two really good suggestions, and today I'm going to give you one of those. If you're an experienced stamper, please stay with me, because I have some really fun projects for you to take a look at for alternative projects for the kit that I'm going to introduce. So this kit can be found on page 6 in the January through June mini. It is called Hello Dear Friend, and it's an all-inclusive card kit, 12 cards. It's beautiful. And the reason I'm welcoming people who are thinking about stamping or who are new to stamping is when you see all-inclusive, it truly is all-inclusive. It has the stamping block, it has the ink, it has the stamp set, the adhesive. The only thing that you're going to need is a little pair of scissors, and I can help you get one of those because I think we have the best. It's called the Snips, and I think it's one of the best little crafting scissors out there on the market. So I hope you'll take a peek at that as well. But these cards are beautiful. And let me just bring in, I want to share with you, there are two different size cards. And I'm not always a fan of the little, the 4.5 by 2.5 cards. They're too small to mail, and they're great to put on gift packages. So maybe that is for you, but like I said, it just wasn't for me. So stay with me and I'll show you a couple of alternatives that I did for this. But let's put together one of these cards, and it comes, like I said, complete instructions, step by step, tells you exactly what you need and how to assemble. So let me show you the first one here. So you have your card base, and I'm just going to take this off so you can see. You have your card base. You have a piece, there's your card base. You get this beautiful copper vellum piece. You get the copper ribbon. So all you do is just wrap that around there and tie a bow. And then you can just, with your adhesive, stick that right on the front of your card. Then you get this sheet of beautiful, they're already die cut, they're colored. So you just have to pick your flowers. And you get a sheet of labels like this, right? So is what I do when I get mine is I just take my sheet of labels and I stamp the sentiments. So the stamp that you get is right here. I just stamp those sentiments right on here. So then all I do is just sit and assemble, and it's really quite fun. So on this particular card, it'll look like this when we're finished. So what I'm going to do is take the You Make My Heart Smile, and you get a pack of or a sheet of the Stampin' Dimensionals. It's in the kit, so nothing you have to do. You put 3 of these on the back, and if you are new to stamping, these have just like a little wax paper backing, and you can just pick those right off with your fingernails, or this is called a take your pick tool. So I'm just going to set that, and there's the sentiment. Then with more dimensionals, now I just get to arrange my flowers. So I'm going to start with the pink flower here. Add my dimensionals, take off the backings, and I want that to go like right there. And I can add some more dimensionals onto my purple flower. And I want that just to slip under the edge of the pink. And then I have my yellow, and it's kind of more of a bumblebee color, I guess. And then this I want just to slip behind right up here. So there, look at it. Card number 1, done. Let me show you the next card. Looks like this. All right, so in the kit, you get 3 of these card bases that look like this. How pretty, right? And here is that vellum diamond. Love it. Going to put that here. And typically you have to be a little bit careful about where you put adhesive with vellum, but on this one you don't, because there's enough stuff to cover it. So as what I had done prior to the video is I took the cord and I just tied a big bow using the copper cording that's in the kit. And this one uses a day to remember, so I'm going to take that off. What a perfect wedding card or engagement card this is, right? So I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive on the back of my label. I'm going to add the bow, give it a couple of the dimensionals. So are you seeing how really easy this is? And all the colors, all the embellishments, everything is just kind of done for you. So you can just assemble. And to do it now is a great time with, you know, wedding season coming up. And there's just it's a good little versatile set. I'm going to put a few more dimensionals. I think I'm going to do 3 on this one. It's a little bit bigger. And I want these leaves to just kind of pull this all together, but I don't want it to cover my sentiment. So I'm just going to hug it in close, press it down, and that card's done. So are you seeing how quick, how easy these go together? Let me show you this one. Now, the next 2 are the smaller, the 2.5 by 4.5 inch size, and I don't care for those. So is what I did is I took a standard card base here. This is our basic white, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. If you don't have a scoring tool, you just simply push your edges together like that. And then with whatever you have, a letter opener or whatever, just make a really good crease on your card, okay? And make sure you get those edges nice and straight so your card looks super pretty. All right, so there's that. Here's what I did. So can you see the embossing? I took a small piece of basic white, small being 3 3/4 by 5, ran it through the embossing folder. Now you wouldn't have to do that. You could just leave it plain as well, because that tone on tone is really pretty. I cut the card in half So I'm just using this leafy purple piece. I cut a piece of gorgeous grape to back the half of a card. And then I just started assembling, like they said, using the vellum piece, put the flower on dimensionals. So from here is what you do is, I need a little bow here. Take the mini glue dots, which come in the kit too. I'm going to put that right here. I'm going to take the thank you label that I had stamped, add some dimensionals to the back of it, put this right over, because I want the, you know, on this one I think I want the whole bow. Yeah, no I don't. I'm going to put the tails of the bow underneath so that you can see my sentiment well. And then I'm going to bring in, remember the best little scissors around, the snips, and I'm just going to trim the tails on my bow. This one's kind of got a little mind of its own for how it wants to curl, so I'm going to encourage it to go this way. There. So isn't that pretty? And that's a full-size card. And it'll fit just in our standard envelopes. And then I don't have to mess with the little cards that I don't care to send. So there's that one. And this one speaks pretty loudly to the product coordination. So again, I cut the card in half. I cut a gorgeous grape cardstock mat. So I'm just going to take my seal and add that to the front, or to the mat, I should say. Now here's what this one looks like, all right? In your stamp set, you get this little flower and this little leaf. And as what I did was just put them on a stamping block like that. And then using Versamark, you could use any color that you want, but Versamark gave me kind of this tone on tone. I just stamped it right around the border of my card. And now with this, I want the hello friend, hello dear friend. I'm going to, before I stick that one down, we have these little die cut leaves that come in the kit. So as what I want to do with that is I'm just going to take a mini glue dot, put that on here, and then when I lay it down, I can just stick that right on like that. Another mini glue dot here. And stick it. And now I need one more of my yellow flowers that I'm just going to punch out. And with dimensionals on the back, and I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of my label. I'm going to put that right on here. Okay. And then some seal. And I'm going to put that right in this blank area on the card. And let me take these off. I'm going to add my little yellow flower right down here. And I thought it looked a little bit bare. So we have this beautiful ribbon. It's one of the trio ribbons out of our annual catalog. And it comes with it comes with a few different ribbons too. I'm just looking it up quickly because I've separated it out. It is called the Playing with Patterns ribbon combo, and it does have the Coastal Cabana. It's like a shimmery ribbed ribbon. It has a thin Night of Navy, and then it has this purple posy organdy ribbon, and it's really, really pretty, and I thought it really looked pretty with this card. So again, is all I did, just like you're going to tie your shoe, is I tied a bow. This ribbon, I will say, is a little bit more difficult to tie a bow with because the edges are kind of raw, and so they stick when you try to pull your ends in. Can you see when I pull? But it's not, I mean, it's not like a real struggle or anything. It's just a little bit more difficult than if you had a smoother surface. All right, so bringing in the glue dot again, I'm going to pick up a glue dot with the ribbon, and then I'm just going to put that right there on my card. Don't you love it? And if you wanted to, you could even add some more like metallic bling because you've got this copper edge around, but I really kind of like it just like it is, and I hope you do too. So for my experienced stampers or my stampers looking for alternatives for a standard size card, this is it. This one and this one I alternated. So I hope you like my ideas for today. If you're new to stamping, I would love to help you. Just reach out to me and we can talk about how to get started in all of this and what is the best way to start out, because you need to have that block, you need to have that ink, and you don't have the die cutting machine or the dies, or but you want to make pretty cards. This is the way to make pretty cards. Have a good day, everybody, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.